Hey, what's up you guys? This is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. What are we going to talk about today? Today in this video, I am going to be answering a question that a lot of people have, which is what is the difference between social work and sociology? Before I jump into this video, I want to ask you guys to please subscribe to my channel because I make a lot of videos that are similar to this topic. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you've learned something from it. But on that note, let's jump right into the video. So I really like making videos that can help younger people to figure out the career path that they want to take and to figure out what they want to major in. And this video is going to be one of those. What is the difference between sociology and social work? They both have social in the name, and both fields focus on learning about human behavior and social behaviors and how we interact with one another. But there are a lot of differences. So I'm going to start with some very simple definitions and chat about the original founding of these fields and which field came first. Sociology was actually founded by a French philosopher named Auguste Comte, and I believe that's how you say it. And it was actually founded in 1838. So sociology is a very old field that is almost 200 years old. Sociology is the study of patterns and social relationships, social interactions, and the culture of everyday life. It's very, very theoretical in nature. It's very research focused. And when you are getting your schooling in sociology, you will find that it's not super hands-on as a field. It's more focused on methodologies and learning about sociological theories. On the other hand, social work was actually founded by Jane Addams, who was an American public service worker. And people may give you a different answer depending on who you ask, but social work was founded at least around the 1890s. So still a very old field, but not quite as old as sociology. So I think it's safe to say that social work did take some of the ideologies of sociology and then built off of that in order to make the field of what we know as social work. And what is social work, right? So social work is a practice-based profession. I think that's very important to understand. It's not about theories. Of course, you will learn theories in your studies, but it's more focused on getting your hands dirty, getting out there, and getting real life practice with people. So it's a practice-based profession, and it's focused on promoting social change, social empowerment, and social justice. It's very important to understand that that is really the backbone of social work. So as far as sociology, you don't really have to look at things through a social justice framework, but in social work, it's very important that you're someone who is interested in helping people who are underprivileged and helping people who may be going through human rights issues, because it's really the foundation of what social work is all about. As far as sociology, there may be some sociologists who focus on social inequalities and the same areas that social work focuses on, but it doesn't have to be a focus of a sociologist. So I think that's where the difference lies. So from my research, I did find that social work is more of a growing field than sociology is. So looking at the overall growth projection of the field, we can expect to see more job opportunities for someone who focused on social work than someone who focused on sociology. Now, sociology is also projected to grow as a field as well, but not nearly as quickly as social work. Also, I think if you're a person who is not that interested in getting an advanced degree, social work may be best for you, because from my research, I saw that there are more opportunities out there for people with a bachelor's in social work compared to someone with a bachelor's in sociology. Most likely, if you want to get a job doing sociology, you have to get at least a master's degree. To get access to a lot of sociology related jobs, you have to have at least a master's or a PhD degree. Now, yes, in social work, you will have more opportunities and you will have the chance to earn more money if you do have a master's, but it's not something that is totally required. You can definitely get jobs in social work with a bachelor's degree in social work and a license. I know people who stopped at getting a bachelor's degree and they're still able to work successfully in the field. When you are getting your master's in sociology and social work, you will notice some key differences in your training. And also, I don't think I mentioned this, but I should kind of preface this video by saying that I actually minored in sociology in undergrad. So my major was psychology, but my minor was sociology. But I ultimately chose to go the social work route for my master's degree because I wanted a more hands-on and grounded schooling experience. But yeah, your schooling in your MA program for a sociology degree will be more focused on theories, research, learning research design, and learning how to implement both quantitative and qualitative studies. That's really going to be the focus. But as I mentioned before, in my MSW videos, my field placements were a huge part of my experience. I had a field placement for my first and second year of my MSW program, and it really was the foundation. It gave me the opportunity to work in agencies that gave me a chance to actually take some of the theories and the learnings I got from books and apply it to working on the ground with people. Now, the research that sociologists may do can and oftentimes does impact how social workers and people in other professions approach their work, but oftentimes sociologists are not out there working directly with people and communities. Now, they may, depending on what jobs they go for after they get their degree, but if you just look at the title sociology as a whole, that's not really a big part of what that profession focuses on. Sociology students are going to focus more on methodology and research, and social work students are going to focus more on studying current policies, field work, and providing therapeutic services and social services. And I want to touch on this misconception. Some people think that after you get a sociology degree, you can get a job as a social worker. That is not true. In order to be called a social worker, you have to at least have a bachelor's of social work degree or a master's of social work degree. If you did not specifically study social work, you can't call yourself a social worker. Only people who have a degree in social work can technically call themselves social workers. So as I mentioned before, to become a sociologist, it is recommended that you get a master's degree or a PhD degree in sociology. Now, if you're not interested in only doing research and going the PhD route, you can join what they call applied sociology programs, clinical sociology programs, and professional sociology programs. These programs specifically are geared towards preparing you for the workforce as opposed to getting your PhD. And also for my research, I found that the average sociology median pay is about $80,000 a year. And remember, this is for people who have either a master's degree or a PhD in sociology. And as far as someone with an MSW in social work, the average salary for that is about $15,000 to $20,000 lower. However, as I mentioned before, the pro is that there are more job options out there and the field is growing faster for social work as opposed to sociology. So maybe you'll get paid more in sociology, but you'll also have a harder time finding a job. And also, if you graduate with a professional degree in sociology or, one of the degrees that I mentioned prepares you for the workforce, most likely you're not going to go to a job board and type in sociology jobs. Most likely you'll search for jobs such as program manager, community manager, policy analyst, social researcher, something like that. And it's so interesting because when I was doing research on the type of jobs that someone with a master's in sociology typically holds, it was very similar to the type of work that macro social workers do. So I think there is a lot of overlap between macro social work and sociology, because some macro social workers do focus on research and policy analysis, program development, that kind of thing. So I thought that was interesting. So I guess my minor in sociology really did prepare me for the focus I decided to take in social work. So yeah, which do you want to study? Do you want to study sociology or do you want to study social work? I think the main questions you want to ask yourself when making that decision is, do I want to be more practice or research oriented? Do you want to actually get your hands dirty and work directly with people and communities? Or are you more interested in being more behind the scenes and focused on research, analyses, and building off of theories? And also, do you want to major in a field that has a special focus on inequality or social justice? For some people, that may be limiting if that's not something that they have a strong passion for. But for other people, such as myself, I couldn't imagine focusing in an area that didn't have a special interest on inequality and advocacy. But that's a question you have to kind of answer for yourself. If the answer is no, you're not specifically interested in that, then sociology is probably the best route for you. All right, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you can walk away from this video knowing at least a little bit what the difference between sociology and social work is. If you still have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I can try to answer those questions. And if I can't, maybe someone else who drops by this video can help you to answer that question. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe if you like this video. And on that note, I will talk to you guys later and see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.